Hi Libra, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your general messages. Let's get right into things. These are going to be for the first week of November. Remember guys, these are general messages. Take what resonates, throw out the rest. Don't try to make it fit. If it's not your reading, it's not your reading. You do want to check your rising sign, moon sign, and Venus sign for the fullest messages. So let's get into things. Libra, all of this new moon energy is happening in your second house. So this week is going to be, you might have some challenges this month, right? But it's lighter than it's been. Things are changing in a much better direction, but let's just keep it real. You have a lot of focus in that second house. What is second house? It's money that you make from the work that you do. It's your work ethic. It's your self-esteem. It's second house is even the food that you eat, the food that you consume, but what you nourish yourself with, right? How you feed your soul, how you feed your life. Your value system, right? Not your religious belief system, but what do you value in your day-to-day? And it's sitting opposite Uranus and Taurus in that 8th house, which is the house of me versus we, right? It's your partner's money. It's money coming to you through inheritance, insurance payout, the stock market, any sort of investment, but it's also the house of communication, in far as intimacy and connecting within relationship and experiencing shared values within a relationship, right? So there's going to be some sort of surprise there that's going to be impacting that second house. So there could be some sort of surprise having to do with your partner's money. Now, this could be good. I don't want to say that it's going to be challenging for sure, because this could be good or it could be challenging. It really does depend on what else is aspecting your chart and what's going on with the person that you're dealing with or the people that you're dealing with, because it's not necessarily only intimate. This could also be business partner energy in that 8th house as well. Could also have to do with family members, right? If you're dealing with any sort of inheritance situation or other people that you're dealing with having to do with any kind of lawsuit. But having this Scorpio energy with the sun and the moon, so there's focus, there are emotions, and there's a warrior energy in there because Mars is in there, right, on the 4th. So there's going to be a lot of aggressive energy that's going to be going on there. Now, the next day, Mercury is going to be popping into that Scorpio energy as well. And Mercury in Scorpio hanging out with Mars, don't be surprised if you have a really hard time sitting on your tongue and not saying how maybe unfair something is or how you're perceiving the reality of something to be within a relationship, right? Any kind of relationship though, right? I mean, this could have to do with intimate, family, business, doesn't really matter. Now, what I do like is Venus is going to be moving into Capricorn, and this is going to be really good for everyone, I just feel like. So Venus is going to be, you have Capricorn in the 4th house. So this is very nice because Capricorn is going to be in the 4th house until March 6th for you, which is really nice for your ability to just finally breathe, feel very grounded, rooted, safe, secure, have like the sharp elbowy edges taken off if there's been any sort of challenges on the home front or issues having to do with the idea of home, of moving anyone in your home, or again, anything having to do with your ability to feel grounded, rooted, safe, and secure. Because when Venus is in Capricorn, she's going to be retrograde for a good part of it, but we'll talk about that when it comes. But even then, she's still going to be positive in there, because whatever is happening for you right now, as far as you establishing your ability to feel grounded and rooted in life, that's going to have sticking power, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is Chronos. It's time, it's sticking power. Even though it might be, it does indicate like there's been a lot of challenge up to this point getting to this space, but it does seem like whatever's going to be rolling out is going to end up voting in your favor. Okay, so I do like that, but let's drop the camera down and let's pull. I'm going to first pull some Halloween tarot because today is Halloween. Sorry, I got my messages out a little late this week. It's flipping midterm season, people. Lots of stuff to grade. So, okay, let's see what we have here. Seven of Ghosts, King of Imps, Five of Ghosts. Okay. So we have, first of all, the Seven of Ghosts, right? So the Seven of Ghosts, lots of choices, lots of confusion, not sure what you feel, not sure what's real, what's not. Things feel really up in the air. You absolutely feel, though, that you're at this new beginning of some sort of new cycle in your life. You just do. You're all about wanting to be a free spirit, you want to express yourself. You want to go after what it is that you want in some sort of situation, whether it has to do with career or whether it has to do with that relationship, whatever it is. I do, I just feel it is trining the sixth house, this energy, which I really like with that Neptune energy. So you being able to really go after what it is that you want, as far as maybe some new work, creating a new day-to-day environment for yourself. Beautiful energy for you to really focus on your health as well. I like this energy for you for all of those things. So you're very much wanting to go after what it is that you want. But you don't want to allow the idea of perfectionism to get in your way. So if you're feeling like, oh, I can't do that, or, I'm not good enough in that, or I don't have the skill set for that, or anything like that, you try to let that go. Let go of any negative feelings that you have about yourself. You have that South Node, Sagittarius South Node in that third house, and I feel like you need to release any sort of even negative self-talk. You need to really release that. We have the Five of Ghosts. This is a very internal energy, right? And it's this feeling, the sense of lack, this feeling like maybe for some of you, a testing of resources. Maybe you're having some sort of financial issue, or maybe your finances are fine, but you're having a fear of financial issues and you're considering new options that are going to help you see your way forward. This could indicate, maybe you're scared of losing the security of your home, or some of you, on the other hand, may be dealing with the pain of a breakup or the pain of the passing away of someone who meant a great deal to you, right? But the thing to keep in mind with this is, while it's this sense of disconnect and this feeling of lack, this is very much an internal psychology card where you have a lot more support around you than you actually realize. And then we have the Ace of Pumpkins. So there is this new beginning, very beautiful new beginning. So this new beginning can be anything from a job, a new relationship, finding out that you're pregnant, getting married, opening a business, buying a home. There's something new here that's coming in. But I feel like there's a very nervous energy about this. I'm getting a very nervous energy. You want to step into your power. You could see it so clearly in your mind's eye that you could taste it, but it's like, oh, but what if I'm not good enough? Or what if it doesn't work out? Or what? And just feeling this lack of support, feeling it, just a general lack of support. Look at this. It's all about regeneration for you right now. That's it. Endings bring new beginnings, right? Things have to die before they can be reborn. That's the hard part. But that's what I'm seeing, is something is really sort of very profound here happening for you. I just absolutely feel that. I mean, that eighth house, it's very, with Uranus in it, shocking surprises having to do with like karma and things just popping out, sudden realizations happening. Some of you on the good side, some of you might be like, hey, guess what? I just received a huge inheritance, or my partner received a huge inheritance, or I got this big, payout, or whatever it is, right? That's another way that it can manifest. Say, let's see what's going on with you first. Five of Cups here. Yeah. The Devil. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so certainly some challenging energies, but you know what, listen, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, right? You guys know this, but let's see. Coming into this energy, we have the Page of Cups. So I do feel like there was this attempt at a new cycle, a new beginning, a new, this could be anything from a new relationship, a new job, a new cycle within a relationship, a new cycle within some sort of situation having to do with family, anything like that. But you're feeling very underwhelmed and very disappointed by it. You're not feeling connected. It's almost like you want to feel connected to something so badly, but you just don't. And that's so frustrating. And that's where I feel like the challenge of the imbalance here is. So some of you may be really running away in your mind, like thinking about maybe having an affair, or thinking about just abandoning whatever it is that you're doing for a living and doing something far different. Some of you may be struggling with some sort of addiction, which, by the way, if that is the case, I really like the fact that this new moon and that Mars energy and then Mercury as well with the sun is trining your sixth house of health. And because Neptune is sitting in that sixth house of health, and Neptune, is the rule, and Pisces are all about 12th house energies, right? Which is all about addiction and self-sabotaging behavior. So, you might be dealing with some of that, right? But it's this idea that something needs to be balanced out and you're having a hard time balancing something out. So that could just be, as basic as you balancing out your emotions on how you feel about being involved in that job or that marriage or that relationship or that friendship, the family situation. It's like, I really want to feel this way, but I really can't. And I don't know, maybe I'm just not feeling like my emotional needs are being met, or I'm feeling like things are not equitable, they're not fair. Because emotional fairness, very important for you to look at right now. Balance, very important for you to look at. And things don't feel balanced. So you might be going through the motions of something, but things don't feel balanced, right? Now, for those of you resonating with this as career or money, the basis of the situation here is you may feel or experience a challenging situation right now that feels like a test having to do with career or money. And this energy means things are going to go in your favor. And like any kind of needing to have a meeting of the minds and negotiation, even an interview, anything like that going in your favor. If money's been a thing for you, things are set to improve. Any sort of legal issue, property situation, anything like that, that being resolved. If paper needs to be signed, it's going to go smoothly for you. Very nice. But it's this idea with relationships, right? It's like this truth coming out, and things need to be balanced, and there needs to be a win-win situation had. It's got to be about fairness. But you're having a hard time like getting that or achieving that or feeling like it's possible. With the 10 of Wands, it's the energy of overwhelm and just so burdened, overwhelmed, feeling busy, responsible. You guys might even be so busy in your life that you're ignoring your very profound relationships, whether it's your intimate other or the relationship with your kids or the relationship where you're just feeling very just generally overwhelmed and just tapped out. And like, I can't carry these wands anymore. They're too heavy and I'm never going to get to where I really want to go if I don't put them down. Now, keep in mind, this is still a minor arcana. So it doesn't have to be very long lasting, but it certainly does show me that something that is questioning whether something is fair, whether your emotional needs are being met, you're realizing something needs to end in order, and it has to be transformed. Like it can't continue the way that it's been. Now, the recommendation here is the Queen of Cups, which is a Gemini and Cancer energy in astrology. So this, in other words, is a really good conversation, Gemini, about what's needed to feel grounded, rooted, safe, and secure. And that would be Cancer. Having the conversation about what's necessary for something to work, that relationship, that family situation, whatever it is, really feeling the need to do that. Now, the energy external to you, this could be a person or just the energy that's just surrounding you, is the Four of Swords. So this is a kind of a pause button, the Four of Swords, like taking the time out, a step back. So if this is a person that you're dealing with, somebody's taking a step back for perspective and trying to figure out a better strategy for moving forward regarding this situation. So this could be a family member, a business partner, somebody at work, where they might not be wanting to confront you fully about this, or this could just be the general energy surrounding you, where you're just like, okay, I'm going to get up on Monday. I'm going to do my Monday, and then I'm going to do my Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm going to live my life. But the whole time, there's going to be the sub-narrative running through your life where you're doing a lot of thinking and a lot of strategizing and figuring out, trying to get a different perspective of, how you can possibly make changes that are going to bring you to where it is that you really want to go. But your challenge here is having to do with patience, right? Seven of Pentacles is very patient energy, but it's also very hard work. And you're having a hard time working hard, being patient, saying, okay, we're almost there, because you feel like you've been going through it and you just want it to be done already. And this is a challenge for you, but keep in mind, this is just your internal psychology. Don't give up yet. You have a lot of positive stuff coming up. You do. You do, but you're just tired. You're tired. And then in the near future, you are going to be dealing with some sort of conflict, right? The Five of Wands is battle of the wills, fighting to be heard. Very competitive energy, very one-upmanship. you know, well, you don't do anything here, and you don't do, and I do this, and I bring this to the table, and you don't bring, well, I bring this, and you know, that kind of thing. It's, again, it's a minor arcana, and this may just be a necessary air clearing, but you may realize after this, whatever this argument that's needs to happen here, needs to happen. Sometimes they need to happen. We have the Four of Cups, which is the checklist card. Well, this is never going to work because they do A, B, and C, and they do this, this, and this, and it's just never going to work. But what you have to understand here, Libra, is you have to focus on whatever it is that they're doing, this other energy that you're dealing with. What is it really making you feel like? And that needs to be looked at, because it does seem like there's some sort of unhealed issue inside of you that needs addressing. Not to say that they're not doing A, B, and C that's annoying the hell out of you, or that's making it really difficult for you to stay in a situation. I'm not saying that, but that's only half the story. The other half of the story is they're doing that, and it's bringing up these old, it's almost like poking at these old wounds that you have, that you're dealing with. So we have the Lover's energy, which is all about this need for balance, right? This need for balance having to do with some sort of financial situation, or the way that you feel connected to a situation. There's got to be some sort of recognition and balance, because you feel like you're working really hard at something, and you're working harder than maybe you feel like you have in a long time, but you're not there yet. You're trying to be patient, but you're in this space where you're just like, I just don't think it's for me anymore. Truth be told, I'm feeling pretty trapped, feeling very restricted, very limited. And I just don't feel like this is for me anymore. Now, clarifying this is the Sun. The Sun is you having all the tools in your toolbox to make whatever changes you need to make here. Keep in mind now, the Sun it's very positive in numerology. The link is the Wheel of Fortune. And the wheel does mean that there's this point of time that has been reached where fate needs to step in. There needs to be change. There's a turning point, but you're required to take a chance if you want that beautiful connection. If you want success, it's about going after something and saying, I'm scared, but I'm going to do it anyway. And focusing on your happiness, and focusing on this Mars and Capricorn energy of collaborating and building with somebody, or building something here. But there's always another energy, right? With the Three of Pentacles, right? Because this is about collaborating and success. And I always call this the architect card, right? It's about doing very rewarding work, allowing your talents to shine. This is a very successful launch of something. This is doing a lot of home improvements, or selling your home if you need to do that. This is about just saying to yourself, if I'm going to be in a relationship with anybody, I have to be in a relationship with somebody who's willing to grow with me, where we share the same fundamental belief system about where we want to go in life. And this is very clear. Now we have the Hangman energy, where I feel like a lot of you are in this space of saying, if I stay in this, am I going to really end up sacrificing what I really want long term? Very sacrificial energy, the Hangman, because it's Neptune, right? You're just not being sure. You're not being sure. If this has to do with relationship, you're not sure if the person that you're dealing with feels the same way about you. They may be wondering how you feel about them. And everybody's just like, is this worth waiting? Is it worth sort of protracting this out? I don't know. So this is another pressing the pause button, but clarifying that Hangman energy is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is you may not be, this is a Moon and Aquarius energy. You may not be fully disclosing how you feel truly about a situation just yet. You may be trying to get your ducks in a row. That is the truth. Some of you are going to be doing that. Others of you, you're feeling very confused about the situation and wondering if you're going to be martyring yourself, because you do know, or at least you believe, that you're dealing with somebody who's very selfish, who doesn't understand healthy boundaries. They don't understand what's necessary. And ultimately, something's got to come down. A necessary surrender. Because the way it's been up to this point, it's just not meant to, it's just not meant. Like I see, Libra, I have to tell you, I see you being the one that's going to ultimately end it. Time for a nap. Yeah. Okay, Some conflict. You just want to step away from the bullshit right now, Libra. Honestly, time for a nap. What do we do when we take a nap? We take a time out. We take a calculated time out, and we go and we rest and we shut ourselves out from everybody in the world. And why do we do that? We need to regenerate our energy. We need to rest. We need to think. We need to replenish ourselves and our energy, because you've been going through a lot of chaos and conflict. So it does seem like there's a lot of energy that's popping up here for you guys. So let's see what's going on with the energy that you're dealing with. So this could be anyone from an intimate partner to a family friendship, work situation. Something's coming down. Something's ending here. Can't continue the way it's been. See what's going on for them. Subjective read. King of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Okay. Somebody's a little funny with their money or unwilling to change, one or the other. Because that King of Pentacles is really, it's very much it really is an energy of greed that's showing up for them. But it's an interesting energy of greed. So on the one hand, it's like they're generous, they're hardworking, they're there, you know. But and they like to be in things that are settled, but they have no patience for anyone looking to take what's there. So, you know, this could be anything from like, no, I'm not giving you my money, or I'm not investing in that, or I'm not making those changes. I'm not doing that. I'm fine the way I am. It's you're the problem, kind of thing. You know, but the challenge here for them is the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles very much a self-protective energy. So for some, this could be being very worried about their security, very worried, you know, to the point of it being a thing for them. They're worried about bankruptcy. Maybe they're worried about poverty. They're in this poverty mindset, this energy of vulnerability. So a lot of them, you know, a lot of you may be dealing with somebody with, let's say money's not an issue at all, but they're afraid to make the changes because it's going to make them feel small, vulnerable, and exposed, and they don't want to do that. So not comfortable for them. Or it may be with money, right? Maybe there's some sort of expectation of shared resources. Maybe you're in business with this person, or you're in a marriage or something like that, or you're in some sort of situation within the family, and this person doesn't want to come off their mark. You know, it's very interesting. So we have the Seven of Pentacles coming into this. Seven of Pentacles, again, Saturn and Taurus energy, very hard work that's going to pay off. This is the Four of the World and the Three of the Trinity. Truly is where heaven and earth meet. So this always incites a new cycle with the seven. There's a lot of potential for success here, and you know that. You intuitively feel it, right? They feel it. There is this energy that's being exchanged here, where in the recent past, there was this conversation where it's like, okay, we could do this. We can work this out, right? We could do this. But here they're very afraid of their security. And they're very much in this, you know, very self-protective space. The basis of the situation is justice. So they're very concerned about, is this fair? Is it not? Is this balanced? You know, is it, you know, all of these things need to be looked at for them right now, you know, because they may be feeling like there's more going on here than they realize. They're very concerned about being taken advantage of. Meanwhile, you might be like, what are you even talking about? But it doesn't. Again, this is a subjective read. It's like they feel like something needs to be looked at as far as, is it equitable and is it fair? Right? Is it equitable and is it fair? And then we have this working with the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like they're in this space where they're trying to increase their prosperity. They're trying to grow financially. Maybe they're in business and they're trying to expand their business. They're working really hard. And they're showing up as like very loyal, very dependable, right? But they may feel too, with this connection with you, that something is missing. Maybe you guys are not on the same page regarding something, because they're all about being very, very wise with their time, very wise with their efforts. And if you are not on the same page with them, they're like, wait a minute, I'm not sure if that's fair. Is this equitable? I know how I'm showing up. I know what I'm bringing to the situation. Is Libra bringing the same thing? So there's very much this scorekeeping energy that's going on here. Scorekeeping. whether it's within an intimate relationship, a family connection, friendship, or business. Is some sort of scorekeeping here. Now, the energy of advice for them is the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is this energy that indicates the need to reconcile something. So if it's not, reconciling the relationship, it could be reconciling something that's going on within your connection, needing to reconcile that, whatever it is, but them feeling very nostalgic. The advice for them here is to focus more on harmony than on discord, and trying to find balance in whatever the situation is, and trying to remedy whatever the imbalance is. Now, you're showing up, this could be either you or the energy that's surrounding them, this King of Wands energy. So you could be showing up in their energy as somebody who just wants to be free. You want to be a free spirit, right? Where, you just want to come in and express what it is that you want. You want to say what you want, need, and desire, and all of that. But then there's always this idea of perfectionism where, you expecting things to be perfect. They may be perceiving you as that you are looking for things to be perfect, or maybe they're looking for you to be more perfect. But whatever it is, you're in this space of very much wanting to express yourself. If this is showing up as you would know if it's that, or this is the general energy surrounding them, where they want to be a free spirit and they want to express their ideas and go after what it is they want. And that's just sort of the energy that's surrounding them. They may be having a hard time tapping into that. So for them, their challenge is the Three of Pentacles. So they're having a hard time coming together and collaborating with you at the end of the day. It looks great in their mind's eye. A conversation, it seems to make all the sense in the world. But when it comes to being able to actually walk their talk, there's a real challenge in being able to collaborate and have this successful connection. We have in the near future the sun, which is absolutely perfect, right? I mean, the sun is a great energy because there is this pivotal point that's been reached, again, because the sun is also the Wheel of Fortune energy connected, right, in numerology. So there is this turning point and this need to take a chance. There is this need, if they want that relationship with you, they're going to have to take a chance. If they want success in a position through which they can make more money, they're going to have to take a chance to get that much deserved acknowledgement. But they're going to have to take a chance in going in that way. And it just seems like somebody here wants absolutes, not absolutes, but assurances. Tell me that it's going to be this way, that I'm going to have enough, that we're not going to end up like A, B, and C, that it's not going to go in this direction. Who can ever give that, right? So there is this energy of needing to let fate step in and take a chance. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy. This is about accomplishment and success in their independent endeavors. Rewards for what they're putting in. So if they're putting a lot of work into themselves, if they're going to do the work on themselves, if they're going to be willing enough and brave enough to look at themselves and do all of that solid work, then they're going to be golden to have a really beautiful, healthy connection after doing that solid work. Because 9 is the number of productivity, right? So it's the integration of body, mind, and spirit. It does seem like they're going to need to be doing some work on themselves. So we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine, they're so tired from whatever situation is going on, but they still have fire in their belly for it. But they're very defensive. They may be feeling kind of negative right now. Six of Wands is clarifying that. Very good connection here. Very good conversation. Feelings being shared, well received. Very positive communication that can come to, kind of lead to a deepening of whatever connection this is, whether it's intimacy, whether it's family connection, friendship, whatever it is. This is also them receiving deserved success, a great energy if they've been struggling lately, right? Them getting acknowledgement. So if maybe part of the situation going on here is that they feel like underappreciated, or they don't feel like very connected to something, them making sure that they bring that into their life. It's clarifying that is the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles has to do with property and family and inheritance, generosity, support. I have your back, you have mine kind of thing. Really very much being there for each other. Clarified by the Knight of Wands, fired up ambitions, influence, as this is like a very quick influence. It's like events speeding up, decisions being made. Yeah, very sort of very, very quick energy, especially if they've been waiting for something, maybe uh, information on a job that they applied for, some sort of loan or some sort of situation that they've been waiting on. We have the Lover's energy. This is Gemini card, right? And this also resonates with the Devil energy as well in numerology. So this is about looking, okay, guess what we have here is not perfect. We have stuff going on here. We have to sit down and have a conversation. If we're in this together, things can go really well. If not, it's going to be a problem. But it's that choice, because there's always a choice here. The choice could be, no, the hell with you. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be, I don't want to be in connection with you, family member, or I have to love you from across the street, or that relationship, or whatever it is. Or it can be, come on, let's sit down and figure it out. We have the King of Wands. Again, the King of Wands energy, expressing self, but understanding what, because this conversation goes something like this. I really want this job to work out. I really want this relationship to work out, but I need this, and this. And if you're saying that, that's great, but they may perceive you as being a little too critical, like you needing things to be too perfect, or you may be understanding them as coming in and saying, no, it's got to be this way, or I can't do it. And you being like, hold on. That's not very balanced. That's not what compromise looks like, kind of thing. Okay, this one came out in the reverse. So the Strength energy. So for them, they may be having a really hard time making a decision, having some sort of confrontation with you. They might be ignoring their instincts in the name of safety or ease, like they just don't want to deal with something. But that's going to end up stunting the situation. But they have to be careful of overthinking and that analysis paralysis energy. And it's better to face whatever it is and be grateful for the lesson and the experience, because whatever's going on here, it's not going to go away on its own. It's not going to go away on its own. And then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So the Eight of Swords in reverse is about release and a new hope and liberation and freedom and just escaping the nonsense, escaping. Because the Eight of Swords in the upright is feeling like that entrapment. And here it's like, nope, I'm out of it. I'm released. I'm escaping it. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. So you may be dealing with somebody who is like, they don't want to talk about or deal with the relationship. It's a very interesting energy here, man. Because the King of Wands is like, it has to be perfect. It has to be this way. And it's like the conversation with you is like, yeah, but that's not really fair. And them not wanting to even deal with it, and them just wanting to release themselves and just sort of run away and end something. So a lot of you are going to be having that experience. Yeah, I mean, that is the most profound thing that's coming out. It's almost like somebody wanting to sort of extricate themselves from some sort of situation, not even wanting to deal with something, not even wanting to deal. This person not wanting to deal, not wanting to confront a situation. Orphaned. Blessed. Here and now. Listen, it does seem like somebody's going to be feeling very lonely. And Spirit has their back. They have to stay very much in the moment and look at the blessings that are in the relationship and what is here. But there is this element of feeling very disconnected, very orphaned. I mean, the orphaned energy obviously is feeling lonely within a situation, feeling a very strong lack of support. So I feel like I could do this reading forever, to be honest with you, because I feel like there is this sort of dynamic playing out where somebody feels very misunderstood that you're dealing with. But at the same time, they don't want to deal with the confrontation. They don't want it. They just want to release from the feeling trapped in a situation. And a lot of you are going to be dealing with people who are just like, bye. Other people are just like, look, I feel too lonely, right? I feel too lonely. I do recognize the beautiful aspects of our relationship, but I can't do this anymore. That's going to be for a lot of you. Some of you are just going to be like dealing with somebody who is a little bit of an ostrich. And they're going to put their head in the sand and say, I'm not going to deal with the conflict. I'm just going to focus on releasing whatever negativity, and let's just focus on trying to have a new beginning. But they're burying emotions here with that. So, it's only a matter of time before those end up rearing their head as well. So that is what I have for you for this week. This resonates with you. All right, it's only 1 week, but let's see what comes up next week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Libra. You guys have a beautiful week, and I will see you next time. Okay, guys, bye-bye.